शैले शैले न माणिक्यं मौक्तिकं न गजे गजे साधवो न हि सर्वत्र चन्दनं न वने वने.
Today, let us sit with a small verse that carries the weight of an empire's wisdom. It comes from the Chanakya Niti, the collected counsel of Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, the strategist who over 2300 years ago took a brilliant young man named Chandragupta and built the Maurya empire around him. Chanakya spent his entire life doing one thing above all: selecting people, ministers, generals, allies, spies. And this verse is what a lifetime of that selection taught him. Listen to the sound of it first. Shaile shaile na manikyam, mauktikam na gaje gaje, sadhavo na hi sarvatra, chandanam na vane vane. Now the words one by one. Shaile shaile, in mountain after mountain. Notice the repetition. Sanskrit doubles a word to mean each and every one exhaustively. You can almost hear someone climbing peak after peak, searching. Na manikyam, there is no ruby. Manikyam comes from money, a jewel, that which is prized and luminous. Mauktikam na gaje gaje, in elephant after elephant, no pearl. This refers to an old belief in a legendary pearl, the Gaja muktā, said to form in the forehead of one rare elephant among countless many. And here is a hidden gem inside the word itself. Mauktikam comes from muktā, which comes from the root much, meaning to release. A pearl is literally that which must be released, freed from its shell. Treasure, the language itself whispers, is always hidden and must be brought out. Then the human line, the real subject. Sadhavo nahi sarvatra. The noble ones, the truly good people, are indeed not found everywhere. The word sadhu comes from the root sadh, to go straight to the goal. A sadhu is one whose life travels straight, aligned, honest, true. And finally, chandanam na vane vane. Sandalwood does not grow in every forest. Chandanam comes from the root chand, to shine, to gladden. Sandalwood is the tree that delights, and famously, it is the tree that perfumes even the axe that cuts it. So the plain meaning: not every mountain holds a ruby, not every elephant holds a pearl, not every forest holds sandalwood, and good people are not found everywhere. Now, why did Chanakya choose these three images? They are not decoration. Each one teaches something different about rarity. The mountain teaches that environment is not enough. Every mountain is made of stone, yet only a rare one holds gems. Two people can grow up on the same mountain, the same family, the same city, the same school, and only one becomes a jewel. The elephant teaches something sharper. Even among the already great, preciousness is scarce. Every elephant is mighty and majestic, yet the pearl appears in almost none. Do not confuse size with nobility, status with character, power with worth. And the sandalwood teaches the subtlest lesson of all. A forest is full of useful trees. All give wood. Many give fruit. Only sandalwood gives fragrance, and gives it even to the blade that wounds it. That is the mark of the truly noble person. They bless even those who harm them. Is this verse cynical? Not at all. And this is the turn that makes it wisdom rather than complaint. Chanakya is not saying trust no one. He is stating a law of nature. Rarity is not the flaw of value. Rarity is the definition of value. If rubies lay on every hillside, no one would bend to pick one up. If good people were everywhere, goodness would be unremarkable. So the verse quietly converts despair into reverence. Because the noble are rare, finding one is wealth, and becoming one is the greatest thing you can do with a life. Modern knowledge agrees with him in a striking way. Statisticians call it the power law. In almost every human field, a tiny fraction of people produce most of the value. Chanakya stated this in verse 2 millennia before anyone drew the graph. Geology agrees too. A gem quality ruby needs a freak combination of pressure, chemistry and time. A natural pearl occurs in roughly 1 oyster in 10,000. Across the world, the Greek philosopher Diogenes walked through Athens in broad daylight holding a lit lamp, saying he was searching for an honest man. The very same observation acted out instead of sung. And modern psychology adds the practical edge. We become like the people closest to us. Our habits, our attitudes, even our health drift toward our companions. If the noble are rare and if association shapes us, then choosing your inner circle carefully is not arrogance, it is hygiene. The old tradition called this satsanga, the company of the true. So how do you live this verse starting today? Let me leave you with 3 simple practices. First, keep what I call a ruby ledger. Write down the 3, 4, 5 rarest people in your life, the ones of real integrity, real wisdom, real goodwill. Then treat them like the treasures they are. This week, invest in one of them deliberately. A call, a visit, gratitude spoken out loud. Rare assets deserve deliberate care. Second, use the verse as medicine for disappointment. The next time someone lets you down, silently say to yourself, Chandanam navane vane, sandalwood is not in every forest. Feel what happens. You stop demanding that every tree be sandalwood and the resentment loses its fuel. Expecting ordinary people to be ordinary is not bitterness, it is peace. And third, the deepest practice. Each evening, ask yourself one question. In my own forest, was I timber today or was I sandalwood? When life cut into me, what did I leave on the axe? Splinters or fragrance? Because in the end, this verse has 2 faces. The outward face says, search carefully for the precious is rare. The inward face says, the mountain, the elephant and the forest are you. Most of what is in you is common stone and common timber, and that is true for everyone. The invitation of Chanakya across 23 centuries is simply this: be the ruby in your mountain, be the pearl among the mighty, be the sandalwood of your forest, the one whose presence gladdens and whose fragrance remains even on the blade. Shaile shaile namanikyam, mauktikam na gaje gaje, sadhavo nahi sarvatra, chandanam navane vane. Carry it with you today.
शैले शैले न माणिक्यं मौक्तिकं न गजे गजे साधवो न हि सर्वत्र चन्दनं न वने वने